that's one of the reasons why I voted MK. I just felt like it was. I felt like voting for MK was like giving ANC a second chance.
And so
Guys,
I saw just
when you look at these elections, a lot of people came out to vote, right? That is why some of the people, they will tell you that they were standing on queues for 2 hours.
I'm one of them.
And I know the reason why people were standing on queues for 2 hours and people actually came out to vote is because people are tired of ANC. So it does not make sense.
There's more people that actually came out to vote this time
that
around.
the numbers are favoring ANC like this.
Before you think of your skin or skin.
As much as ANC is fucking up, they're working really hard.
Two.
As they should, because they're the government.
Oh, my boy.
Sure.
It's like you're clapping for a fish because it can swim.
That's what women like saying when men.
I don't think they're working hard.
I think what happened to Mmusi, I think he went into with the DA thinking that they are for the people, because he actually made a statement.
No, but that's very ignorant.
You think?
If he thought that, then he's
ignorant. Yeah, then he's very ignorant.
While he was.
Give us the number of the actual police. We gave you a chance to redeem
510 111.
Yo, still. But how about 10 111?
Okay, 10 111.
I feel like we had an iconic moment. That's why I phone With that being said, welcome to it, man. It's a place where actually the crazy never stops. It's Global Streetz Live, the podcast. My name is Karen Nyambo Yanko from the ghetto, doing big things in the city. Excited to be here. To my left by now, which you know, which is your rabbit cut the boy, GLO.
Yeah.
Luane.
Yeah.
How are you, Mr. Lo? Is it Lo Luane?
Loluane.
Lol Wayne. How are you?
I'm propping you.
Did you get it? It's a double entendre.
Oh my goodness.
You know your tag.
I would know because I was in a school, so it's fine.
If you were a DJ, your tag would be the clip, Karen, where she says, Luluanu Lola.
Oh,
that should be your tag.
Mid intros, they are annoying me. Okay, to my left, which is also your right, we got the boy, actually the man who I wish had a less ego. He goes by the name of Lesego Joe Tunes. How you doing, Nelis Cheesy in the Heezy for the Beezy? Behind the camera, we got the Ghost Man. We call him the Batman, actually. He is the Dark Knight. He is
Batman.
Someone who is likely to say, nah, man, if you're ever asking for something.
Man.
But wherever he is found, there's definitely no peace, because the only peace you know is the peace in his name. How you doing, baby? He's the only one also who's such a hater. And in case you're wondering, why would it
Yes,
that's
yes,
another
yes.
We are bad bitches today.
She a baddie with her baddie friends.
We are bad bitches.
I feel like gong, 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 gong. I feel like Ice Spice, she a baddie with her. But also Dark Knight is just not that guy who doesn't have his lights on. So we have like a whole synergy going, Street Squad. Tell us if you feel like the vibe of our synergy. But also you want to welcome our VVIP of every show, which is you over there, Street Squad. Shout out to you. Touchdown.
Shout out.
Yeah. Say shut up to the Street Squad.
Shout out.
Yeah, man, and we just want to say, we really is appreciating you a lot. We are loving you so much because, we are growing a lot. And we are growing faster than we ever have, exponentially. Is that the English, sir?
Faster than the speed
Mr.
of
Mesh
light.
Pure. But anyway, that's what we're here for. We just really want to say thank you. And most importantly, don't forget to comment, share, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that every time we come down the street and they wonder who we are.
Bastrata.
Yeah. So you get it? You have to hit the notification bell so you can hear us coming down the street. Okay, at this point, if you don't catch up, it's too late. It's fine. We're there. The boys. Sim 90 origanja. Silana origanja. I like this little ghetto thing that's going on here after I did Nakele Fanta.
We're not going back there.
But it's fine, we're excited. We're actually about to touch down episode 30 really, really soon. Shout out to consistency. I just really want to say that.
Someone even said it in the comments that they like the consistency.
They are actually surprised by the consistency.
Yeah, it's because a lot of podcasts, they don't make it past 10th
Episode 10. And we would understand why.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
We are new, go away.
Especially if you're going to look at other podcasts that have grown and in your mind you're thinking to yourself, I'm also
How am I going to
interesting,
catch up?
so I should be also at their level or at
And I
least
think
behind them.
the element of comparison, that's why about comparison is a killer of joy.
It is.
Yeah.
Because they had their own share of everything when they were starting out. So just focus on your own thing.
It's similar to
True.
we all grew up together and someone blows up before the
Before
other.
you.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything he's doing, even better.
Yeah.
Why am I not blowing
Why am I
up?
not playing up? Yeah,
And I
true.
think also that just gives you a chance to introspect on your business model. Because if you feel like I'm doing something even better, are you really doing it better? Because if you were doing it the best, you would be the one blowing up.
No?
Also, you
It's a
need to
chance to revise your strategy.
think, Jorge, some people, they make it first, maybe more than their friends, only for them to actually go down maybe in their late 20s.
So
and that's when you actually peak.
Yeah. Just
And
to
then
add
when
on that,
you peak-
I'm a firm believer of destiny. I believe that
Yeah.
what is yours will always be yours. No matter how much somebody does not want you to have it, if it is yours, it's going to be yours.
Absolutely.
So the same thing applies here.
Yeah.
You say you might have it before all of us, but it does not necessarily mean that we're not going to have it. One ton. So
You becoming a hater, Karen. Why are you switching off your police?
We are gonna need the lights because elections are coming through and load shedding might be a thing. So I wanna say my guess.
oh shit.
Gotta say my nigga by phony. Hey, tata me. So I'm just like, hey guys, now because
save, nah.
we are spoiled for
Hey,
mutakasi.
my man.
Now we are just like showing the people. I know. Let me save it because this might be my torch when people decide to take back what's theirs. You get what I'm saying? It's going to be a jam-packed show. We're actually talking everything trending topics. The boys are ready and we've already touched down on it. I think we should just expand on it. We're talking everything that has to do with elections. That's a very big topic right now. We don't really care about the nitty-gritties because obviously you know the nitty-gritties. I'm just here for the gossip. I'm just here for the drama.
Yeah.
I am the drama. Hi. Hey, I'm the problem. It's me. I don't even like Taylor Swift like that, but yeah, I just had to emphasize. Boys, do you not think the ANC is doing something very finicky to mess up with these votes? So just for context sake, we've been having a lot of like probability kind of statistics going out, you know, and it's really tough for top three, but consistently top two is ANC and the TA.
Yeah.
4 in Clark.
No. Because I'm saying yes. I'm saying it's tough for the top three because the number three changes. It's a tough fight between MK and EFF. They're just like, you get what I'm
But
saying?
nobody share that gap.
Who? So MK is like killing EFF right now in the game.
MK is like the official
Number
3.
I think they're on 14% and EFF is on 9.
Yeah, they haven't made
So-
it past 10.
Is my
They're
vote
even
supposed to be my secret? Because I'm about to tell what I vote.
Nah, you can say it.
I didn't post my ballot.
Oh, shit.
I'm saying I didn't post it. So like, and I can say now because it's I'm not influencing anyone if you did, right?
Yeah.
I really went MK way, guys. I really did.
Me too, dog.
You know, people
I really went MK way. I swear.
that went for MK, I think they still had. They were not happy with the leadership of ANC,
But they still like
wanted-
it. Yeah, we like it in a way.
touch of it.
The model, yeah,
Yeah, a touch of it.
essentially what you guys stood up for.
I liked it. But now
like
you
it.
messing
Yeah,
up.
I just don't like the leadership because you guys are not attending to what needs to be attended to.
That's one of the reasons why I voted MK. I just felt like it was. I felt like voting for MK was like giving ANC a second chance.
And so I saw, just to add on what you were saying, I actually saw a post that said MK is like ANC fail insurance. I'm telling you, you know? And I feel like, I don't think that's the case, you know?
But it is. I wanna,
Do you think Velo
Cope, all of those.
Makau fela? Like MK le ANC?
They're not called failure, but it's a
Because that's what
branch
this
of
guy was
ANC.
saying. To say it's
Is that
more
what
like
they are insinuating?
yeah. To say it's like a fail safe strategy for ANC.
But I don't think they're
to say
affiliated.
MK.
Nah,
That's
I don't-
what I'm
I-
also
I
feeling.
don't
I don't think they're working
are.
together.
Especially because of how Zuma Twilega thing. I don't think he would be just.
We had this conversation on the
to
previous
say, "Aye,
podcast. You remember on the previous
fine."
episode where we
Yeah.
just like Zuma
You're part
can't
of me.
obviously fully disassociate himself with the ANC
With the
because of his
ANC, yeah.
benefits.
But he actually did.
Oh my god!
I actually realized that he actually did. The benefits of being the previous president or the ex-president, they're still there because those are coming from the government and it's part of the constitution that.
So
he's
not
supposed to
necessarily
get
the
those.
But they
party.
want to discuss that.
But
They might revoke.
they might because obviously they're also disgruntled. That's why they've been taking him to court in his MK for the whole time since December. It's crazy.
Forget about it. Sholozu yasavega.
But you know, reflecting on the elections, first things first, you were right with what you were saying. That
When am I ever not right? I mean, come on. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down.
Karen, sit your ass down. Man.
Okay, cook.
So-
Fuck it.
so-
Shh, it's fine. Cook, mama.
So you were right.
Yeah.
You see, when it comes to ANC and the DA, those motherfuckers, they cooked. Those
He doesn't mean it
results.
like that. He doesn't mean they are.
They cooked those results because
Yeah, no, it's giving-
the DA, they cooked them in the Western Cape, and these other ones they also cooked them. I don't know where because there was a
But
ballot.
also doubting KZN.
Yeah, because there was a voting.
MK was standing on business in KZN, so there's
my
no
man,
way
the KZN
ANC
people,
and
they
DA
actually
were
don't
going to be at
fuck
the
around.
top.
But now they
They've been
want.
for Zuma. So
They don't fuck around,
since
dog.
Thingy
MK
took power,
is saying
they were
that
like,
they
fuck
should
that
have higher votes in KZN.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because they're even taking like but they've lost the dispute with the IEC saying that these votes have been cooked. I understand we're doing well, but we should be doing better.
We should be eating.
Yeah.
Because, guys, when you look at these elections,
Yeah.
a lot of people came out to vote, right? That is why some of the people, they will tell you that they were standing on queues for 2 hours.
I'm one of them.
And I know, Jorge, the reason why people were standing on queues for 2 hours and people actually came out to vote is because people are tired of ANC. So it does not make sense.
There's
that
more
the
people that actually came out to vote this time
that the
around.
numbers are favoring ANC like this.
Pause. Before you go on with the point, I'm just gonna say this and then you can continue.
Yeah.
I posted a video of myself and my gran when after she voted.
You are bothering Granny.
Wait, shut up. Wait.
You are the grandchild that I don't want in my
I
life.
like that video, man. It's so nice.
Wait. So I want to use that video to add to your point.
Yeah.
Because I was shocked at the amount of people that favor ANC and are still young. Check my comment section. That's what I'm saying.
You mean young ones?
Bro, people are like, Gogo's right. It's been ANC or nothing. And I'm like, hey, bro, you freaking vampires. Yeah, people our age, just like ANC or nothing. I'm just like, so maybe they were quiet during that time to make us think like ANC is going to be dethroned. Now they're just showing their real self. They're like, nah, bro.
colours.
Yeah, bro. So I don't understand what the vibe is there, dog. Like,
I don't believe. Yes, I understand that ANC was always going to come out on top, even if they make
friend,
it.
but it was supposed to be by a you know what? How about it? You made something by the teeth of your skin, the teeth of your skin or
The
skin.
Subalana.
As much as ANC is fucking up, they're working really hard.
Two?
As they should, because they're the government.
Oh, my boy.
Sure, can understand.
It's like you're clapping for a fish because it can swim.
That's what women like saying when men.
I don't think they're working hard. They are
Bring
working,
it back,
but they're
bring
not
it
working
back.
hard. They're not going above and beyond.
Baby, he's got baby daddy drama without a baby.
They're not. Nah, they're not. They are fucking up. Nah.
Yeah.
But looking at the current pool of political parties that we have, which one do you think will do better than the ANC?
I think the coalition government is going to do better.
But if you look at
Not individually,
provincially,
because
coalitions have just been fuck ups.
yeah, but
Coalitions that way, like where the
work
political
together.
parties work together.
there's a constitution also for coalitions, because I also heard that once the results have been declared final, there's going to the parties that are going to form the coalition, they're going to be given 7 days. 7 days to make a decision and actually come to an agreement. After that, I don't know what's going to happen, but they have 7 days, meaning that they need to be decisive on whatever they're going to decide. So I think it's going to work. The reason why we have so much corruption is because of one party ruling the entire country.
Corruption, I
Obviously.
believe.
Because guys, as much as we might not want to admit it, power corrupts. Absolute power
But
corrupts.
coalition, if you look at all the cities and provinces where there were coalition, they declined. The reason Joburg is as it is now is because of the coalition. They tend to focus on one another and fight one another. They
Naturally
don't
so,
do
though.
Their mandate of what they've been instructed.
Naturally so, because if you are going to be in coalition,
Rather, what
you're
they've
going to
been
want your people to
elected
rule.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And it's a human fact to think that because I'm representing or we are this party, we're going to want our people to run things here. And it doesn't work like that. We need to compromise. You need to take this, I'll take this. You need to take this, I'll take this. Also, based on your votes that you got, obviously, if I get more votes, maybe let's say all the parties from DA going down decide to go into a coalition and leave ANC out, which is what I wish, by the way.
I love how this man is just very honest. He's just like,
If they can go into coalition, obviously the president must come from DA because they got the most votes. It makes sense.
oh, okay. You're cooking.
It makes sense. And then the others will get your minister of whatever, If you got more than maybe 1%,
Oh,
you can
shucks.
just get to MMC
Okay, this
or
is
MEC.
deep. Okay, I know I get it. Oh, shucks, the coalition is deep because you have to share the positions
Exactly,
of leadership.
dog.
I didn't think of it that way. Oh, shucks. Because you know how I thought, which is very blonde. In my head, when I hear the word coalition, I was thinking, if the DA was the one who contributes with the most votes, they are still the ones who get the premierships, the mayorships,
Nah, they have to
what.
share
The
everything.
others,
For example, EFF, but if they go into coalition with ANC, Barry, they would like the Minister of Finance to be
But EFF
Floyd.
Floyd Shibam.
Also,
So you can set, okay, let's say currently ANC and EFF. Okay, I want this, you want this, I want this, so we're going to meet each other.
Oh,
Speaking-
so that's why they're giving them this grace of 7 days after.
Yeah,
because they need
But
to
now-
sit and figure out
but
if
now-
you're making
no,
this
but
work. How are we going?
the 7 days is for
determine
the
whether
ones.
they're going in and
Remember, the results are going to be declared, right?
Yes.
And last time I checked, ANC was sitting on 40%.
Wasn't it 42, 43?
No,
Oh,
it went
It
down.
went down.
It went down.
This is the lowest they've
never been.
Ever.
Ever, dog.
Because I think the lowest I've ever seen them over the years, but the lowest would be like a 48 point something.
No, they were on
49
like
point something.
51. And
Yeah,
they
they've always
they were on
when they've
Been
majority.
above 50.
Are you guys serious?
So when they're on majority,
So it
they don't
means
need
we're winning.
coalition.
It means
We're
people
Now
are.
they need to,
Yeah.
to be in
Then
coalition.
that's what they
But
need.
now the
get
question is,
shaken.
which party?
Dog, all of them. Me. I would wish for all of the others from DA going down to work together and leave these ones out, dog. These ones are too arrogant.
They need to stop a little bit. It's
Dog,
like,
these ones they need to.
they need to stop
be
just
taught.
a
These
little.
ones are too
No, but EFF
arrogant.
the
dog.
same. That's why they didn't increase. They actually went down in votes.
Those ones immediately.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I
EFF
just,
is
I just,
also
I just
not,
honestly feel, as far as I think we might just turn this episode into elections, eh? Because there's so many. Top
we
points.
go.
Yeah, there's
No,
a lot
like
of
I
things
swear,
to
like because I
touch
feel like
on.
we really can't just run past.
Run
it.
past it, yeah.
We never built up to the election, so we might as well.
We
discuss.
really need to just because I feel like there's so much. I don't feel like we should run to brass passes.
Yeah.
Because when I'm thinking EFF, right, I really feel like their biggest blunder for this year was thinking that the more popular the influencer who's booked, the more their power.
Also,
You know
That
where
was
they
tone
fucked
deaf.
up?
For me, I
They
feel like
like
that was,
speaking down on South Africans.
exactly.
okay,
for-
expand.
So for example, if let's say Kiko Mau Township, and I'm saying these foreigners, Pakistan or whatever, they're selling expired foods and they poisoned one of the kids and they died. EFF it look, yeah, hey, you're not lazy. I say put a the shop. What about checkers that exploit our people? They don't look at
the
the
actual
cries
problem,
of South Africans. You know? They are adamant that we are xenophobic.
Yeah.
I mean, you've heard words like Malema, we are bedwetters, we are lazy, we
Yes,
work
bro,
for
that's a fucking
foreigners.
insult.
You can't say that to people
Yo.
that are actually gunning and voting for you. For me, honestly speaking, I thought EFF was a breath of fresh air when Hanababula political party finally there's something.
They are
Initially it was.
young.
I think initially it was.
They are
Yeah.
young and they actually
also
make
lost
sense.
But then,
somewhere
as
along the
much
way.
as Malema is fighting for a EFF, he's also fighting against it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
this is tricky, and you know what? Ne? I really feel, and I actually want this. Let's break this down. And as far as all the political parties concerned, as far as like the political parties that are concerned right now, ne? What I'm thinking is, let's talk about people who we wish we would trust if we didn't know certain things about them. For example, I'm talking Bosa. If Mmusi, and this is why I start to understand why chess is such a smart game to play. You need to be very careful of your moves. Mmusi Maimane has everything, but he lost trust Yarona by starting off with the DA.
Yeah.
That guy has potential.
He does.
It does, actually.
Now what he doesn't understand is that just because he affiliated himself with that, he lost the respect and the genuine trust of a black person. Because I really feel like, look, he's got every reason to become president because he's got a beautiful kind of story. Like he's for me, Mmusi Maimane.
Let's say fuck Mmusi.
Wait. Let me finish my point. Stop fucking with Baba Kholi.
I actually want to hear why you're saying.
Yeah, he will get his point. But for me, I just feel like Mmusi Maimane for me is South Africans' Barack Obama. And I'm saying this because he's got a beautiful come-up story. Grew up from Topsenville.
Yeah.
What
did he do? What did he do for black people?
Tell me now what
You just need to list two.
No way.
You don't even need to.
But that's what I'm saying. Relax. Just don't. You're coming too hard.
What did he do? What did he do?
No, I'm just saying. I'm good. As long as he did, he
black
has
is not enough at this
potential.
point.
No, I'm not saying he gets rights of passage because he's black. I'm saying he's got the right
Mindset.
Yeah,
He makes sense when he speaks.
The only thing that is working against that man right now is that he started with the.
Is his history?
No,
You can expand with your point, but I just feel like
to add on what she's saying, right? Mmusi Maimane, I've listened to a couple of podcasts that he was
got potential, that guy.
that he went on or he was interviewed on.
he just needs to.
He makes
cleanse
a lot of
himself.
sense when he speaks, and he actually has dope ideas.
Yeah,
It's just that there's
he's
something
in
that's
tune with
missing.
it. Yeah, he's in tune.
So he's got the brains, he just doesn't have the structure.
What did he do?
I think
honestly speaking, I can say honestly speaking,
but he can't do much.
anyone
because he's
can
trying to do
not
something.
anyone, but a lot of people can speak well.
But it's more than that, friend. He's got
have bright ideas.
true.
Ne? Not already count me out of DA. Whatever they say is anti-black. You can't prove me otherwise. Whatever they say is gonna be anti-black, and you to be a leader of that political party. I guarantee.
So,
Nothing about him speaks blackness.
I saw
was
a
about
video.
the
to
person
say.
he sleeps in bed with.
He's giving elite black,
So you know what?
but he
man?
still
I think
has potential.
I think you know what
Everyone
happened.
has potential.
You know what happened with him?
Because I was saying, how do you essentially, when people go into politics, they go with the purpose of serving the people.
Facts. Well, they make it seem like they were.
No, but that is, being a martyr is not easy. Going against the powers that be is not easy.
Facts.
So for me, it's being at that point where you go against the powers that be, where it shows that you are standing up for the people. But if you're gonna flow with the wave, and simply because you speak well and have bright ideas, but you're not doing shit,
I think what happened to Mmusi, I think he went into with the DA thinking that they are for the people because he actually made a statement.
No, but that's very ignorant.
You think
if he thought that, then he's crazy.
Ignorant, yeah. Then he's very
even
ignorant.
while he was still the head of DA, or the political leader, Yako DA, what did he do?
because he said, Leonard, to say, you know what?
Maybe guys.
When I was in,
what did
when I was in, I realized that these people are actually not for the movement that I thought they are for.
How long was he?
And hence, I'm now
the leader for?
sitting here and I'm like, nah, this is not for me and Kitswili. So I just feel like, okay, maybe
DA is unapologetic. Like Bona Honache, ka apartheid etsalang ko Israel. They stood up and they say, fuck it. Palestine is right. Not Palestine. Israel is right. To hell with Palestinians.
You know, just to add on your points,
that?
In political correct terms.
In retrospect, I think they did because they're standing with the what is it? The Israel says.
They even wanted to stop South Africa taking Israel to court and all that shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's have an independent Cape. where they want to cut out Cape and even independent country.
Yeah.
One thing I love about DA, they're unapologetic about the people that vote for them, which is white people. They'll go to the ends of earth standing up for white people. Now I'm saying, you being the head of such a political party, if I'm a layman,
Let's
looking
forgive
from
him. Let's
outside,
forgive my
and
money,
you are
guys.
inside.
Give me a second. I need to pick up my jaw.
Let's forgive my money,
I found
guys.
it. I was shocked.
Man, bro.
Let's forgive him. You know,
made a mistake.
And
He
the
went
votes,
into the wrong
and the
party,
votes show.
and he realized it was fucked up.
Nah.
And he's
What
back
did he
home.
do to
He came
redeem
back
himself?
home.
And
He
I-
burned
no.
his fingers. Let's
But friend, for me, I
burns
just
his
really,
fingers.
you know, the certain things that you can't. It's like cheating on your husband. He'll never forgive you. He was
You know, just
he was
to-
just not supposed to fuck up with that.
Just to
Like,
add on your point, ne? Hore,
they will never. Black people hold
Yeah, you're
grudges
right.
for their own mothers and fathers. What more you?
Hore, nothing about him says black, right? Just to add on your point.
Black people. White
I don't think the
See.
problem with him is that he was affiliated with the DA, because also Herman was affiliated with it, but he was able to make something because he actually did work in Joburg when he was a mayor, right? But to add on your point with regards to him, which is Mmusi, I don't think he can relate to a black person. He might relate because it's a Dobsonville and everything else, but everything else about him doesn't say black.
That's what I say. He lays in bed with the white woman. There's nothing wrong with interracial relationships, ne? But I'm
Thank
saying
you so much for saying that because you were gonna sound so racist.
no. But everything about him, ne, doesn't seem blackness.
You know, also,
I might be under correction because
Are
I'm
you trying
looking
to
from the
say-
outside. Ne?
Are you trying to say you would only vote for someone because you feel like they're black enough?
No.
Because you're saying nothing about what he can do or what he brings to the table. You just like
Look,
it seems like you're
ideas without
mad
action are
that-
just ideas.
Okay,
All of
now
us
you're
have
talking.
all of us have great ideas.
Okay,
Ne?
sharp.
Now, one thing I'll say, what I love about EFF, ne, if clicks are racist, they will stand up. Whether you're voting for them or not, or whether you're part of their political party or not, they will stand up. And they're unapologetic
Okay.
about saying
Okay.
black people don't have land. We can't be living in squatter camps and all that shit. Ne? But as much as the delivery of Malema is wrong. He's right by saying, Hori, we can't say
even what he's saying is
but
wrong.
Mamela, ne? We can't say illegal foreigners, ne? Then we have a picture of a black man. How you go China Mall, the Chinese and the white people and all that, ne? But the delivery, in the way he delivers them, ne?
illegal immigrants.
Yeah. The way he delivers it, ne, is wrong. But a lot of what Malema stands for is blackness. And even when he goes to court, he's unapologetic. But we say go court for Dubili Bono, go in. You won't see other black people standing up for him, but he will go to the ends of the world standing up for being black. I've never seen my mind do that.
True.
Also, I think these people, they need to.
But because it's not a fight, he wants to fight.
maybe that's not.
Do you get what I
he's
mean?
part of, because
No, he's like,
the
it's not a fight, he
identity
wants
of the
to fight.
EFF, it's being Pan-African.
Yeah.
That's their identity.
That's not Mmusi's
Right?
brand.
That's what they push the most.
Mmusi,
I think Musi's in the middle. He's trying to
no.
join
something
Let me
different.
tell you. Mmusi is like, when I think Mmusi, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking the four of us in one house. We all have different dads, right? Same mom, different dads. You get to go, the three of us get to go to this township school because that's all mom could afford. But we're not all last born, and it's time how this left for your siblings, but big grand for way. And then you are the one in the house who got to go to a more expensive school, right?
Yeah.
And then you're trying to bring the light back home. So how Kagiso interacts is not, first of all, because of what the harshness and the environment that we grew up in, it has conditioned us to be like pro-black, yeah, violent. And then with him, he realizes the importance of a white man, and he's trying to show the poor ones from Dwana. This using for
The best of both worlds. Yeah.
So
Malema
he
has
can't
said
say fuck
that.
the white person because he knows the value of the white person because he's fucked with the white people.
Malema has said it. As much as he might seem anti-white, ne, he has said that, a white man is an important piece of the economy of South Africa.
Exactly.
Can't do
Whether you
without
like it or
that,
not, guys, because we need to
Exactly.
still,
When I have
we need
a
to dip into the
One of
generational
example.
wealth and Van Thonders.
Herman Mashaba, who has the same funders as DA.
Yeah.
He was not safely, but he was black out here. Joburg is rife with illegal foreigners. They must go. Like there would be some sort of interest of black people technically more.
Guys, is it true that our borders are unguarded? I saw videos that are vile.
Yeah.
No, they are uncoded. And I remember there was a time gating and
I
don't
so
know who.
shocked.
They chased that guy away. Like that guy had already passed that river that borders us. And they were like, listen, go back. And that guy actually went back. Like they looked at him up until he disappeared in the bushes.
So it's not that they're unguarded per se. Ne?
But the amount of corruption
I
that's
may be
there
under correction.
is
ne?
where the problem is. You get what I mean?
The army can't shoot those people. They can't do jack shit, basically.
Okay.
It's basically they are just a standing. Maybe it's
A barrier.
They are that.
Mannequin.
Mannequin.
Yeah.
They're just a mannequin.
Oh.
They can't shoot. They
They're
can't
not
fire.
even.
And
They're not even a scarecrow. They're a mannequin.
Yeah. So, one thing, ne, as much as internationally, the Constitution of South Africa is loved, it's fucked up.
It's failing us, bro.
You can come here as a legal immigrant.
But you have more benefits.
Do you know, for example, RAF. You can come as a legal immigrant, which is RAF. Our taxpayer money, you patal as a legal immigrant to
Imagine.
banked in South Africa and you came here illegally.
And if no liquor high, you were never going to be
You're
bumped.
not going to be paid. Yeah.
Ain't
Oh,
you go Trump? They never
Wakula.
tell him a sipper.
That's why I'm swearing.
That don't take a stretch.
Oh, Wakula,
Bootsy bilala.
they must still attend to you.
Ukene country nyao ka stretch.
Sorry, KG, we're back.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Our constitution doesn't speak necessarily, it speaks broadly. It likes to say everyone.
Yeah, it does.
It's very inclusive, very rainbow nation.
it's too Ubuntu.
It's not
But
even
that
Ubuntu.
is the essence
I think it's
of
just
who we
it's just,
are as a
you know,
country, guys. It is the essence of
There's a lot of
what South Africa is.
The question that I have for you guys is that looking at the parties that have lost voters, not lost necessarily, but they've lost voters. For an example, I think they've lost like 15% ANC, and then also the EFF has done badly compared to the previous elections. Do you think, because the reason why,
Didn't do well.
yes, the reason why Mmusi Maimane, no, but they did better than last time.
No. So it was microscopic, the increase. So last election, they blamed Mmusi Maimane for the
I was
poor
about to say
performance.
that the reason why they fired
so
Mmusi
disrespectful.
Maimane is because they said, we're not JSON, so can you fuck off?
He
So
fucked
that's
off
the
and they're
reason
still
why.
doing badly. So that's
Exactly.
embarrassing for them.
So do you think just like a company, if the company, do you think just like a company fires you because when as a CEO, you clearly not bringing in the profits? Do you think they also should fire Matamela and also the EFF? Because clearly, whatever that Malema is saying, this shit is not working, especially for the party. Yes, the party, he might be the
Who's
face of
gonna
the
fire
party, but
Matamela?
yeah, and who's also gonna fire Malema?
I like the
Look, they can make a meeting and get rid of them, ne? But
Who,
what?
Matamela?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ANC has the power to get rid of him. Same as they did Kazu, ne? Or Mbeki.
Yeah.
But the people that are funding them, people are about Matamela.
Exactly.
You know when they say
And he
bureaucracy,
pays.
ne? Bureaucracy, where does it mean a country run by the rich? You might think ANC Kiona, that's in power, but if Batubana in Yoguba, we want you to do this, we are fucked.
Exactly.
because in essence it means I don't care who's in power, but I have the money. I speak. I influence.
that's why all of these
Isn't it low-key what we're going through? Like, because apparently
It
there are
is,
bigger people pulling the strings.
yeah, that's why your Oppenheimers, they're funding all of these parties, because I was listening to the roundtable that Mekchi was doing with your JJ Tabane.
Shout out, Mekchi.
So someone was asking, why are the Oppenheimers funding so many political parties?
Why then? Because they want to have
They were
influence.
saying, Jorge, that's like gambling. You're betting on whoever that's going to win. You know, Jorge Kimutuao. He wins Kimutuao.
You're influencing so that
And-
should they win,
that's-
you
that's
are.
them.
Yeah, I wish I am. Like, you've been
That's
like,
betting with the millions.
So, for example, of being one of the funders,
Dog.
ne?
that's
Ntho e etsetseng ko Marikana. Ntho e etsetseng ko Marikana. Ne? It's similar to saying, hey, dog, I've been funding you. These people are being problematic. Fix this problem.
yes, friend.
Exactly. Otherwise, I'm cutting the benefits.
Yeah.
Yes, friend.
That's why
Otherwise,
the
you don't have
question.
what the benefits.
Sure.
Corruption.
So-
dog.
That's why I posed the question earlier on. Who is ANC gonna go in bed with?
The thing is, Malema already did the press conference yesterday in the evening. He was saying that he's willing to go in bed with anyone.
Yesterday,
Yes,
friend. Or
yes,
do you mean
yesterday.
last week, Tuesday?
No. Yesterday. Yesterday.
Guys, listen to me. Do you mean last week,
No,
Saturday, or...
Mevrouw, luister.
Okay.
Gister.
Shit. I know what you mean.
Oh,
But
thank
anyway,
you. Thank
on
you.
Saturday-
Finally, light bulb moment.
Guys,
Anyway, on Saturday,
Careful.
at the elections, yeah, guys, when we say yesterday, we mean Saturday.
Thank you. Because this is on a Wednesday
that-
and you're busy saying yesterday.
So that it makes sense to the
Madam
Free
Mr.
Squad,
G.
right?
Jade, understand me, Bella.
So Malema did the press conference. He was like, listen, guys, and I also saw him humble for the first time in a long time.
Mang Malem.
Yeah. Because
Is
he
he
was
ever
like,
humble? That guy is...
nah, he was very humble yesterday, dog.
I'm shocked.
He was like, guys, Rona, we don't mind going into bed with anyone.
Yes.
Okay, before Carter, guys,
He's become a prostitute.
No way. Is it that bad?
Okay, he didn't say bed, by the way. He didn't say
I can
bed.
make your bed drunk. You said it, you said it. Ooh.
Hey, Mama, you said it,
You said it, you
Mama.
said it. That's what I'm going to
Exactly.
Bro, you said it.
So he was saying that they don't mind going into coalition with anyone. To me, it was crazy because he's the same guy that kept on saying, hey, ANC this, ANC that, hey, DA this, DA that. For me, it would make sense for him to say, okay,
I'm switching off my light.
I need to choose one of these two, which is between the DA and ANC. But he's supposed to have the same Malema that always has substance and is always adamant about the things that he says. He's supposed to say, well, we are willing to go into coalition with this one, but not this one. You can't say we're willing to go into coalition with anyone that wants to speak
But
to
is
us.
that like what he said verbatim? Like he's just...
No, he definitely said,
Whoever's bringing food, I want to eat.
He said anyone.
Hey, that sounds desperate.
he's not talking from a power from a point of power. It's a point of desperation.
That's what
The reason
we're
I say
saying.
that-
That's why I'm saying he's being humble.
They're like, oh, Lambile.
He was humbled by the
People that have
results.
to say.
I got
the ANC
Google my
at this
number.
point,
Exactly.
Who are they going in bed with? Because
Exactly.
now, if Baya in bed with EFF, ne, the little voters that they have left, they have the chance Malema of poaching them, and vice versa ka MK. And MK already showed interest. We're not interested in these fuckers.
Exactly.
Ne? And DA, if they're going bed with DA, it's nothing of these are your arch enemies, and you're laying in bed with your enemies. Fuck you. Then we might as well just go with EFF or MK. So the inner, like ANC is in.
That's why politics is like a chess game. You really...
The DA, Staynays and came out and also said, because before the elections, I think sometime last year, they signed a multi-party charter, right? With the other parties like your AIFP, your VF Plus, your, I think also Action SA there. So they came together, they were like, listen, we are going to dethrone ANC.
Shit.
We are going to dethrone ANC, so we need to agree on the rules now. Come elections, we are going to work together automatically. And then we can speak to others after, but
But I
we
think
need
that's
to
the
come
only way the
together.
ANC can be destroyed.
You know what's funny?
It's the
Let me
only
call
way.
you, dog. You know what's funny? Before Zuma atwa stulong, ne? Before he was dethroned, he was saying that the political journey we are going through is very dangerous because they want to lead to a country of coalition, which is not
Sustainable. It doesn't make sense.
sustainable. Yeah. Ne? So what we are saying is that they want. Remember, before, let's say, if I make example, Kanaka Mbeki, if Mbeki wanted to change the constitution, he could do so. They had the majority of the votes.
Yeah.
Ne? So meaning, if they had to put a certain legislator or whatever, they had the power to do so without consulting others. Ne? But let's say of the four parties, each party has 25%. In order to do something, three parties would need to agree in order for them to action something.
And that the two of you could agree, but it conflicts with the other one, or the one of you could agree, but the other
One thing
conflicts with
we
them.
do know, the wrongs of the past have not yet been corrected. We're still the most equal country in the world. We
Yeah.
don't have land, we don't have anything. So if anything of that has to be changed, one of these people need to agree. So that's where they're leading to. They want to divide and conquer, practically. Because now, before, like, bona asekgale matamelana ke nisitulong o batla ntshwantshwetsa tsa bo BEE and all that. Basically, all the cushion for black people,
Hey, wena.
he's taking out layer by layer. Hanyane lanyane. So, kind party of coalition. Tell me who will have the strength to stand up for the weakness.
The thing is, dog, no one is going to have a final say. So even if maybe, let's say, the DA and everyone else besides the ANC go into coalition, no one is going to have the final say because the others are going to need the others in order for something
That's
to
where the
be
problem is.
passed. For me, that's a great thing because no one is going to take advantage of anything.
And nobody will just make a decision.
And no one is going to, because ANC dog was just doing anything they want.
Hey, fine.
They do not give a shit, dog. You
And
can
now they
imagine
don't.
if we go into coalition with DA and everyone else besides the ANC. The DA, I'm sure the white people, they don't want nothing to do with the load shedding. So that's what they probably, that's probably one of the things that they want to actually fix if it is a problem and it's not a made. Right? Also, you know the other thing, I was listening to Garrett Cliff's podcast the other day. Shit, I listened to a lot of podcasts.
That's real. Shout out.
Garrett Cliff was saying on his podcast that his ideal government of South Africa would be these parties coming together. It's the same thing that you used to say, these parties, there's too many of them. There's like 100 and something of them.
True.
Which is what you were saying.
Hyper
It doesn't make
ridiculously
sense.
so.
Some of them you've never even heard of them, but they're there. So he was saying all these big parties, maybe there's like 7 of them or 6 of them, these big parties, right? They need to come together and run South Africa, and then they give the ministerial positions according to the strength of the person.
Yeah.
For an example, Mmusi Maimane is very passionate about education, so he always speaks about education. Give him the Minister of Education. He's clearly going to do something better about it.
I mean,
And then your Malema always speaks about land and everything else. Give him settlement, human settlement. That's what he's passionate
As the
about.
Sikho is the kind of man you want to follow your hearts. Let's go.
Give him that because he thinks about human settlement, especially for the African people, the black people, right? And then you get your Gates McKins. They always want to fix, especially the crime and everything.
crime, yeah.
Plus, they are ex-prisoners. Give him the Minister of Police. They're probably going to make sure there's
And no
law
one can
order.
fight off crime like a little crime bastard.
Exactly.
And can I say
I don't
something?
mean
And they
like
have the
that.
insights because
I think he would be very strong in that.
Yeah.
so
Because
so
he knows
he was saying,
what's going on.
that's the ideal South Africa that he's wishing for.
In a utopian society.
These people, they need to work together and be given
I like how
something
you-
according to
I
what
also
they're
love
passionate
that
about.
idea, ne? That's in a utopian society.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give an example, ne? White people interest usually oppose black people interest. What's gonna happen in such an instance? A white person will not allow
more.
Julius Malema, even Minister of Land Settlement. Because that means the land that they
It's
have
gone.
gotten is gone. And I remember the very same people.
No, but for them, it can't just be gone by a minister. They probably have to pass a law. Or we're taking it now.
Remember, it's already in the law, Hori. They can redistribute the land.
Actually, it is. Actually,
It
yes.
is in the constitution.
It
What
is.
What is it? I forgot. There's expropriation. Then
I forgot,
Remember,
yeah, it is
expropriation can be
actually.
mean they take your land and they pay you. Ne? But what Malema is pushing for is expropriation without compensation. Yo, so
Which
now
is
if-
extreme.
Yeah,
there's
that's
another one,
extreme,
ne?
yeah.
Which
There's
is
another one
starting
where
from scratch.
Dog, are you taking it?
Yeah.
No, I forgot the other one. The other one is even worse. Meaning they don't compensate you for shit.
They just take it.
Because you took it illegally, so they're gonna just take it. Ne? So now, do you think they will just willingly hand it over?
Not a fucking chance.
Because if you look at the GDP, SA, land is wealth, bro. Ne? Then you look at Gates and McKinsey, the foreigners. Who employs foreigners? Do you think now an employer, which is mainly white people, would say, "Fuck, nakuto patala 15,000. as opposed to a legal foreigner, I can give 4,000.
Yeah, true.
So,
3.5 or
the
2.5.
interest of one opposed the other ones. That's why there's always a bashing of heads. Because
In that case, they will have to come into what's best for the country. I know they won't, because obviously,
That's why I'm in a utopian society.
yeah,
because-
even though we're in a coalition, someone will say, I need to look out for my people because
this is
I'm
gonna
in
drive
the-
my people crazy.
Yeah, I'm in this position because of my people, so I need to look out for them. It's for me, that's a brilliant idea, but obviously it's definitely not gonna happen because obviously when all these parties, like I'm saying, all
Have
these
their own
parties, they're gonna come together, but they want to
And then they're
eat.
gonna conflict each other.
They're gonna conflict. It's gonna be a lot.
for
of
Everyone
example,
wants to eat.
for example, they're saying the best run city or province is the Western Cape. Ne? It's easy to manage where rich and the wealthy are residing.
Facts,
There's no
bro.
problem.
Facts, bro.
But the rates and taxes and all that, there's no
Facts.
problem. Ne? But let's look at the slums of those provinces.
Yeah,
They have one of the highest murder capitals.
What did
they
I
have
do?
this.
Oh,
But it,
Bathong Kukulethu, what's up?
wow, I'm so sorry. Yo,
you were your hair for a moment. You're blonde. So, wabana like your Cape Flats, your Kugule, to Bokayalisha. But we still have the sewage fitang strategy on the Cape. We still have open toilets for the Cape.
Dog.
But yet it's supposed to be the best run province.
is
But
it really?
it shows that they're looking out for themselves, and there's no interest in
Bro,
trying
and
to.
that's what see the underlying
you know,
message in their action.
Exactly.
Because if you say we are the best run, but you're
Exactly.
only running it for the
Running
you're not
for the
running anything.
specific
any
group,
place where there's
then
rich
it's a
people,
group.
it runs itself.
Exactly.
Because they're
You know, one
orderly.
They've got the money. They've got the money to have it run.
You know, if there's one thing I need to give to white people, if there's one thing they will do, they will make things perfect for themselves. Unlike black people and the ANC eating money. And instead of trying to make life easier for all of us who are black, because we come from heavy times. White people, they have a majority in the Western Cape, they'll do good for the white people. So
Yeah, I
in a
think the
way,
ANC
they're
has
in a
the-
best position. In a way, if you think about it, besides take racism, put it aside. In a way, they are the best people to run things. It's just that
Mama.
they're also going to look out for their own
Who's then the
people.
best to run?
Whites.
Makhoa. No. I'm saying take racism and everything else and then
No,
interest,
guys, Makhoa-
put it aside.
Makhoa are really
nah,
good
dog.
rulers.
They want to live in
Nah,
a.
dog,
Do you
tell the
think
truth.
Mahua they
Nah,
want
it's
the
black
time that
people
we have now? They don't, dog.
That's
Nah,
the truth.
dog.
That's a very painful truth.
That's why I was saying, where there's money, it's easy to cover.
You see, ANC has the Kuleganzima mentality. That's the fucking problem.
Where there's money, it's easy to govern. Bafethu, that's why the suburbs it's easier to govern than
Logish.
Kokorikas. It has nothing to do with race and mentality. As much as, and when I say white people, I'm not speaking about the majority. The majority of Bona, they're struggling just like the middle class, just like us, black, middle class black people. Ne?
Yeah.
It's just the small percentage that are elite. Then when we look at the elite, we automatically categorize all white people. I'm not speaking about all.
Okay, yeah, I get you, okay.
Ne? But where there's money, it's easier to maintain. Ne? Where there's
Hey.
education, there's more understanding. Ne? There's more orderly. Ne? But when I look at driving your cars, if the robot is 70, why look on candy?
He's not trying to be funny, he's just telling the truth.
It's when I look at you will find a speed bump. Because they know if it's a 60 zone, they'll try.
You respect it, yeah. It's
get what I
actually
mean?
so true.
You get what I mean?
Sad. It's sad.
Speed hop.
So now we take the percentage of the struggling black and we put all of them in the same cocoon. Similar where we take the hyper successful white people and we categorize all white people in the cocoon. You understand? But I hate this mentality of thinking black people can't run shit. Remember there's third forces, Bafetu. Third forces will make sure LSG doesn't succeed. Because you as a black man, if you succeed, you're setting a precedent that a black person can do it. That's one of the reasons Steve Biko
And
was
that's what
king.
they don't want.
Because Steve Biko was instilling that thing of black child you are adequate, you can do it, you're more than enough. And they don't want that for a black person.
And there's so many
But
black people
we
that
also need
died.
to be realistic, Doc. There's not a lot of black
I'm being
people that
realistic. Show me the Western Cape where a black, a dominant region is performing.
Hold on.
Or a color dominant region is
Let me say
performing.
something. We also need to be realistic about not that you don't find a lot of options when it comes to competent black people that
We do
can
have a lot
actually
of
do.
options.
Now we don't, Doc.
The highest graduates is the black people. But first,
No.
My man. White people have been here since 1652. We only got democracy in 1994. And if you look at the legislatures that have been put in place against black people, it's been happening for, I can say this, in hundreds of years.
What I'm
In
trying to
30
say
years, we
is,
can't reverse all that. That's what I'm saying. As much as I hate the ANC, Buffett,
You're cooking way.
as much as I hate they've been inadequate. Mmusi Maimane actually, you can have the political power. You
guys.
can have all these powers. Without economic power,
He's
you
cooking.
can't make any movement. You can't
cooking.
shake things up. Because you can own the company step higher. Now, the other time where Zuma didn't want to listen to CEOs. And it's like, you don't want to listen to me, I'll drop the rand. Zuma had a lot of resistance, but that's why he was even saying, but telling us to
you know, when I say competence about black people, ne, I'm not even saying it in an offensive way.
You're gonna trend like DJ Zintle did when she said black people are unemployable.
DJ Zintle was just crazy.
No, she was telling the truth. Leave her alone.
No, she was just
No,
crazy.
but the concept behind what she was saying makes sense.
Okay, back to this.
Okay, yes, we digress. So what I was trying to say about
And we need to wrap
competency,
it up.
shit. What I was trying to say about competence is that it's not a thing. Yeah, most of the black people, they're doing it on purpose. Some of them, they get into, it's just like winning lotto. You've been poor the whole time, and then you get to see yourself having power.
You've never known
and
what it's like to
money,
handle wealth.
and because you have money, it gives you power. And then you forget about your values and everything else. You think about the struggles that you've had. You're thinking about the
you're
time
trying to
that
soothe
you
them.
were
That's why I
looking.
say-
Hold on. You're thinking about the time that you were looking at that Lamborghini or that Golf 7 or that whatever in the,
You
and then
are
you
portraying
forget,
a minute-
right? So it's PTSD that I'm thinking about.
You are right to a certain extent, but you're portraying a certain number of black people, and you're categorizing a whole lot. Like, for example, out of the top 5 biggest banks in South Africa, 2 of them are headed by black people.
In Chaka.
The best performing time of ESCOM post-apartheid was when a black person was heading it. What you're saying is right. Ne? It's when a person is the first generational breakers of a family where they don't know what the next steps
Which
are.
is the ANC was the first generation of
Fair
democracy.
enough, yes. They can consult experts. But one thing we must be aware of is ANC also has a lot of resistance. It's not like other political parties saying, hey, dude, here's a helping hand, I can help you. They're getting resistance not only from the people they're serving, from other political parties, and from people that have money. For example, if Mtwea BEE, do you think they signed it off when white people agreed? They're like, yeah, you can sign off BEE.
Yes,
There was a lot of resistance, Mekai.
And we need to
Chaka.
wrap up, guys.
I understand the resistance.
Let's stop the back and forth.
However,
This is not table
we
tennis.
also need to, we can't take away from whatever that the ANC has
You know
done,
what I think, no?
right? And the point that I was trying to make is that
You go in after.
you looking at all the things, and I'm a black person, so I'm probably also speaking from experience here, right? Hori, always, because we come from a disadvantaged background, always when you get power, you're going to misuse that power.
Not always. Just say
Okay, so you know what I
probability
think is
Well,
Just
happening?
say probability such as.
Majority of the time, you're going to misuse the power. And you see it in most of the time when you are reporting to a black person, Gospani. Some of them, the power gets to their head, and they're going to misuse it.
Can I say something?
So,
This
wait,
will be
wait,
my last
Give
point.
me a
So,
chance.
when
So
you-
you know
my
what
last
I
point.
You know what I
say
think?
this first before you
Yo,
go in, Chuck. When you buy when a business when a black person starts a business, some of them the power, or maybe when they start making money and then they start being efficient and being competent in that business, then they don't do the business that they promised, right? It's because the power got to their head. I blew it. You know it.
So you know what I think? I think it's a
ANC,
50-50 thing.
You know it.
Let's give
Hey, listen,
chance, guys.
I think it's a
because we need to
50-50
wrap
thing.
up.
What Kagiso is probably trying to say here is that there's two parts of the ANC. They are the bad apples, and then they're the good apples. Yeah? And yes, in most cases, whenever there's bad, we're going to look at the bad more than we look at the good.
Unfortunately, yes.
What I'm seeing or what I'm hearing from Kagiso is the ANC has made some sort of difference for the black people. However, somewhere along the way, there were more rotten apples than the good apples. And now it slowly siphons down to the the bad apples are making all the other people bad. Even when there is a great number that is remaining as a good number of good people, they will be painted with the same brush. Why?
Yeah.
Because all we are seeing is a corruption. It's the mismanaged country. So already our mentalities are going to be the same. To say, you know what? Fuck the ANC. These guys are fucking us over. You know, they've not done anything for us. Why? Because we also want to see progress in the speed that we want to see it in, and not necessarily compared to the 1960? What do you say? 1680?
1652.
Sometimes we don't even want to
30
see
years that, you know, we are now in
a democracy.
African power.
Sometimes we don't want to see the progress. Just do the basics.
True, but that's what progress is. That basic
Instead of doing the
progress.
basics when you're eating the money.
So can I say something now?
Please wrap up.
I'll wrap up. Now.
Yeah, you're wrapping up. It's done. After this,
So-
we're done.
Even if you look at first world countries,
Yes. Because we're third world. by the way.
name me a country
So sad.
that is run without problems. Ne? One. Ne? You don't have to answer. The squad will answer.
Yes,
Ne?
squad.
Two, what I'm saying to LSG, I'm not disagreeing with him.
Yes.
There are, of course, where they are fucking up, badly at it. And there are, of course, where black people are mismanaging power. But what I don't like is thinking black people
The
are not in
depiction
a
of
position.
them of
So I'll give an
incompetence.
example. Ne? Haiti. Like your Haiti or Jamaica. The reason they're performing so badly. Ne? Haiti was one of, I'm under correction, but one of the first countries or islands to fight against white supremacy, and they drove them out. So since that moment when they drove out I think it was France or whatever, because Haiti was like the halfway stop where they put slaves there and leave them there because they had nowhere else to go, and then they could sell them from there to other countries and whatnot. They did like a guerrilla coup d'etat and they
Okay.
drove white people out. Since then, Haiti couldn't get a break. If it wasn't sanctioned, it was because one thing white people would like to do is that without us, we will show the world that you can't rule without us. Not necessarily that they can't.
So it's sabotage. Is that what you're saying?
That forces will make sure to show good black. That's why I hate this ideology of saying black people they're incompetent,
It's
they're
just a lot
unable
of
to rule.
sabotage.
There's no fucking way.
So what are
If you look at
closing
African
remarks?
countries that had good leaders, they were either assassinated in some form. To make sure that they don't want progress for black people.
I know that's right.
Black people, they're more than competent
Are we wrapping
and
up?
able to do so.
We're wrapping up. No. Wrap up, Kagiso.
But like I said, listen.
If
it's a
black
50-50.
people were that competent, dog, at least one country in Africa was supposed to be super my point of view.
Libya was performing more than
We are
USA.
wrapping up.
Okay, I'm wrapping it up.
Okay.
I think it was already-
I'm done.
It had less economic depth. It had like everything about Libya was performing so well.
Wow.
It showed that as Africa we can
You've been
perform.
finishing for him.
Because I wanted to finish.
The way you want this thing to finish. You're not finishing, I'm finishing for you. Well.
It's not like that. Wrap up, my friend. So you're
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There are places where people are doing extremely well, where black people are leading.
okay. Any final remarks?
No, that's practically
Final
it.
remarks. Get it off your chest.
Unless you want us to go
Never.
on.
Okay, look, Street Squad, it's been great. We're gonna give you a part 2, so don't hate me as a because I know I've actually gotten a few comments like, please stop interrupting the boys when they speak because they're driving points home. This time I'm just doing it because for the sake of time. This episode's gonna be 2 hours. But what I do promise you is they love you. They love this. I know you love their passion. They were gonna give you a part 2. If something I promise you, they'll definitely have a part 2 of all of this and more. I'm not a hater. I just love you, and we just want to package it before it gets wild. It's been great. You know what we're gonna say?
Oh, can I just wrap it up?
But politics are large, eh? Like, look, we just went.
Yes, wrap it up.
It doesn't even feel like an hour, though.
Dog.
Go pull a joke, yeah. Trevor Noah.
Okay.
Where's like Donald Trump is the Jacob Zuma of USA. So a verdict was taken out where Trump might go to prison. Basically, he's going through the same or similar journey as Zuma. As the former president, then Oyakoti, and
You're
he's going-
cooking.
Okay, shut up.
and they're both like the funny
You are
guys.
cooking.
Leave it as a cliffhanger. Thank you. We're leaving it as a cliffhanger.
You're
And
cooking.
we are
Out of here.